Zara is 30 years old. She lives in a small city. She works at the library on weekends. She studies in the evenings. She reads many books for her job and for her class. She likes the smell of old pages. She loves the quiet in the stacks. Every day Zara walks home with a big bag of books. The bag is heavy. It pulls on her shoulder. Her back hurts at the end of the day. She walks slowly and holds the strap with two hands. People see her and sometimes say, "Hello," but they do not stop. The walk from the library is not short. It takes 20 minutes by foot. Zara passes shops and a small park. She uses the path by the river when it is warm. In winter, she wraps a scarf and moves faster to keep warm. The heavy bag makes her slow, no matter the season. At first, Zara did not mind. She thought it was part of life. She wanted to be strong. She wanted to show she could do many things. She kept quiet when the bag tugged at her shoulders. She made a little plan to rest each day for 5 minutes on a bench. But the bag grew heavier. She began to feel tired in the morning. She woke with a small pain in her neck. The pain moved with her through the day. She put hot water on the sore place and she took short walks. The pain did not leave. One afternoon, a young man named Omar worked near the library. He sold tea from a small van. He watched Zara many days as she left with the big bag. He saw her slow steps and the way she held the strap. He noticed the small wince when she moved. Omar wanted to ask, but he was shy. He knew Zara from the library. She often smiled at him when she bought tea. He thought perhaps she did not want help. He worried about the right words. The next week, a rainstorm came. Zara ran under a small awning near the tea van. Her bag was very wet. The water made the books heavy and soft at the corners. Zara looked sad. Omar saw the water drip and he stepped forward. "Here," Omar said. He offered a clean paper bag and a cloth. "Put them here for a minute. I will hold the bag while you dry off." Zara looked at him. She felt a little surprised. She almost said no. But she was cold and tired. Zara put the books in the paper bag. Omar held them carefully. He spoke in a quiet voice. "It is heavy. I can help for a bit." Zara felt the weight leave her hands. She felt small and safe for a second. After the rain, the two stood under the awning and drank hot tea. Omar talked about the town. He asked Zara about the books she read. Zara told him a small story from a novel. She laughed softly. The rain made the street smell fresh. When the rain stopped, Omar said, "I can walk with you. It is close and I do not mind the wait." Zara felt the old thought rise in her head. What would people think? Would it look weak to accept help? She remembered words from her teacher at the library. He once said, "We do not have to do all things alone." People share tasks in small ways. Zara thought of this while she looked at Omar's calm face. Zara said, "Thank you, that would help." She took the paper bag and put it into a small cloth bag Omar offered. They walked together under the gray sky. Omar matched his step to hers. He made small talk about the tea and about a new book at the shop window. Walking with someone felt different. The steps were not rushed. The heavy bag did not pull her down. She looked at the river and watched a small duck. She breathed more slowly. The small weight left her shoulders. After a few walks, the two became neighbors in a small way. Omar often offered to help when the rain came. He sometimes carried a small part of the bag. Zara began to tell him about her classes. They talked about simple things: food, work, the old clock on the square. One day Zara's friend Maya saw them walking with the books. Maya asked, "Do you carry all those yourself?" Zara felt a small heat. She said, "I did, but Omar helps now sometimes." Maya looked at Omar and smiled. "A smart move," she said. Maya's words were not cruel. They were gentle and wise. Zara felt a small relief. She had feared people might think she was weak. Instead, they nodded and said, "Good, share the work." That is the right way. At work, the librarian noticed a change. Zara walked in with less pain. She moved a little lighter. The librarian said, "You look well. Did you sleep better?" Zara told him she had help walking home. He smiled and said, "Asking for help is a skill. It is like learning a book. We learn one page at a time." Zara liked the idea. The change was small but steady. Zara found other ways to lower the load. She used a small cart some days. She learned to ask the delivery team to hold a box for a minute. She learned to say, "Can you help me with this?" And the words came easier each time. One evening, the library had a small meeting about a volunteer event. 2 volunteers needed to carry boxes of books to a shelter. Zara saw the task and thought of her new skill. She volunteered to help and asked 2 friends to carry boxes together. They all walked and sang small songs while they worked. The shelter thanked them, and the volunteers ate a little cake after the job. Zara felt warm inside. She had helped, and she had asked for help when she needed it. The job finished faster and with more smiles. Zara learned to ask in a quiet way. She learned to accept help with grace. She saw that asking for help made room for small friendships. She saw that people did not see her as weak. They saw her as honest and brave. Months passed. The heavy bag still came sometimes, but not every day. Zara planned better. She kept a small list of tasks and shared them when she could. Omar and Zara would often walk home with tea and a small pastry. They would talk about a book or a street corner. Once, a new student came to work at the library. She was young and tired and carried a heavy box of books. Zara watched and remembered how it felt to struggle. She walked to the student and said, "Do you want help with that box?" The student's face lit up and she said, "Thank you. Yes." They walked together and the student told Zara about her town. Zara saw a circle of help growing in the town. One small choice to accept help had led to many small acts. The heavy books had taught her a gentle lesson. You do not need to carry the world alone. Asking for help is a way to share life.